Imagine being so powerful that a single angry sentence from your mouth accidentally causes the most famous murder of the Middle Ages. It's December 1170, and King Henry II is in a rage. He screams out, "Will no one rid me of this turbulent priest?" He was talking about his former best friend, Thomas Becket. 4 of his knights took him literally. They rode to Canterbury Cathedral and butchered the Archbishop right in front of the altar. The murder shocked the world, but it was just one day in the life of Henry II, a man who built a massive empire, rewrote the laws of history, and was ultimately destroyed. Not by armies, but by his own wife and children. This is the epic story of England's most hyperactive king. To understand Henry, you have to understand the mess he inherited. Before Henry, England was in a civil war called the Anarchy. Law didn't exist. Local lords built illegal castles and terrorized the peasants. When Henry took the throne in 1154, he was only 21 years old. But he wasn't there to make friends. He was there to dominate. His first move? He ordered the destruction of hundreds of illegal castles. He told the barons, "The party is over." He was constantly on the move. Historians say he traveled so fast his enemies didn't even know he was coming until he was knocking down their gates. He was a king of pure energy, restless, intelligent, and absolutely ruthless about restoring order. But England wasn't enough. Through inheritance and a very strategic marriage to the legendary Eleanor of Aquitaine, Henry created what we call the Angevin Empire. Look at this map. Henry ruled England, huge parts of Wales and Ireland, and thanks to his wife, he controlled more of France than the French king did. He was the most powerful man in Europe. His empire stretched from the Scottish border all the way down to the Pyrenees in Spain. He was a colossus, but he knew that land wasn't the only way to power. You also needed control. This is the part that affects you today. Henry realized that if barons had their own courts, they had too much power. So he revolutionized the law. He sent royal judges on circuits around the country to hear cases, making sure the king's law was the only law. He established the Assize of Clarendon and expanded the use of juries, 12 men sworn to tell the truth. Before Henry, you might have faced trial by ordeal, like holding a hot iron to prove you were innocent. Henry started moving us toward evidence and juries. He effectively laid the foundation for English common law, which is still the basis of legal systems in the US, UK, and Canada today. Henry had land, he had law, he had dominance. But he had one fatal weakness: his family. Henry didn't know how to share power. He had 4 surviving sons: Henry, Richard, Geoffrey, and John. He gave them titles but no authority, and they hated him for it. Encouraged by their mother, Eleanor, his own sons started a massive rebellion against him. It was a literal family war. Henry spent the last years of his life chasing his armies across France, fighting his own children. He won the battles, but he lost his heart. He even had to imprison his wife, Eleanor, for over a decade to keep her from plotting against him. In 1189, Henry lay dying, defeated and exhausted. He asked for a list of the nobles who had betrayed him in the latest rebellion. The first name on the list was John, his favorite son, the one he had loved the most. Heartbroken, Henry turned to the wall and said, "Shame, shame on a conquered king." He was a man who brought order to a nation but could never find peace in his own home. Thanks for watching Viral Historian. If you want to know more about his rebel wife Eleanor, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next epic story.